Hello, I'm Tony and welcome to my top 5 Tier A base contest entries video.
On 5th place we got Tier A Fort Ponage 2 by Dan Tier A, Robot 1000 and Lecky 19. I like this fort because it has a lot of detail and the people that build it really have good building skills. They also put a lot of work into making this look nice. But the problem I have with this base is that it is incredibly unfair to raiders. I mean, I don't know if I even can call this raidable. Just look, the only way to get into this base is by jumping over this huge long jumping puzzle thing that goes all the way around here and in here. And just one tier A can just stand with a machine gun here and shoot anyone that tries to get in. So I wouldn't even call this a raidable base. Not to mention a tier A spawn in the base even when raiders do get in. It isn't suited to be an HQ. As much as it is good building, it's more kind of a show-off place than it really is very functional. Because I was looking for something that's both functional and looks good, and this is only one of those two things. Therefore, this fort lands on 5th place, but good work anyway. Dan Tier A, Robot 1000 and Lecky 19. On 4th place we got Tier A Fort Green by Iron 201. It's great because it has a really nice use of tunnels, and when you come outside it really looks kind of bright and Tier A-ish, kind of green and quite welcoming. But the base has its problems. First of all, it looks really dated. It doesn't really use much block meshes and or materials, and it looks like it was made in 2009 and not 2012. Also, the fort, the fort looks like a fort. It doesn't really look like an HQ. It should. I feel it's a little small, and it just get this fort feeling, and not really. I don't feel like this is something that shows how technologically advanced we are or how good builders we are. I mean, it would be a great fort, but it doesn't really fit what I would want to have as an HQ, and that's why this gets a 4th place. But nice work anyway, and sure won. On 3rd place we got Tier A Fort Keystone by Rajon. I love this base because it has a really bright and welcoming feel to visitors. It also has little lag. It might lag a little bit now because I'm recording, but 5 minutes ago it didn't. And I really like kind of the feel it gives, like nice positive Tier A feel. Another thing I like is the creative use of spawns, like how they look. For example, the raider spawn, instead of just having casual spawns just lie on the ground, Rajon has chosen to make it kind of like this. And this is really great because you can spawn kill and it looks really nice. Also, the Tier A spawn has also been there's a lot of thinking put into that too, because I think it looks great. Take a look for yourself. I mean, a really nice design, and just isn't as plain as usual. But the base has its negative sides too. For example, it's very unfair. Raiders spawn all the way back there, while Tier A spawn here and have direct access to the base. It's just horribly unfair, and if raiders want to get inside, they have to take this really hard obby over there, over those rocks, and then climb into the base, and they can be shot just all the time and spawn killed. Like, not spawn killed, but they really can't do much to get into the base, and it's kind of, it's a real big problem that it's so unfair. Another thing I don't like is the base itself, the inside. It's very plain and just kind of copy paste-ish feeling. It doesn't look that good compared to the rest of the base. It looks cold and I don't like it. And for those reasons, it comes 3rd place. But good work, Rajon. I think it's a great base anyway. On second place we got Tier Fort Azulian by Furitas, and I think this is a really great fort. Um, the amount of detail that is put is quite extraordinary. The terrain is very detailed, and I feel it has its kind of unique style to it. Also, it's pretty fair, with the terrain raiders spawning about the same distance away from the flag. What I also like is that there are several ways to get to the base. Tier could, for example, jump up here and then go over this arch and then jump down the base. And raiders could also do the same, or they could, for example, jump along this mountain, or even just sword jump over from over here. So I like that you can choose which way you want to take, and also I think it's good because you don't get like bottlenecks where people just stand with machine guns and shoot everyone that tries to get in. I also think there's a lot of detail put into the base itself. The buildings are very nice and have their own style too. Especially the main building looks very nice, and I believe the flag is supposed to be there. So I think it looks really good overall. It was quite a tough choice to pick between this and the first place, but this has a little bit of lag, and that kind of put me off this being the first place. But I think it's a great fort and good work getting second place for it. And at number 1 we got Tier Tech Labs slash Tier Fort Marok by I Going to Win. I think this is a great base because it's rather fair. As you see, Tier and Raider spawn at almost the same place, but there's still some distance between them to avoid spawn killing. Also, Raiders can climb up this truss over here in order to get into the base. They can go over the mountain, so I think it's a very fair fort. Not to mention, there's also an entrance over here by the back that people can use to get in. Also, even though the fort has materials, it still doesn't have much lag. I might remove the materials depending on how much the machine guns lag, but right now it's totally okay. And also, I really think it looks good. There's much detail put into the terrain and how everything works, and there's enough cover for this base not to be boring and empty. The inside also looks good. It lacks things like maybe a meeting room and stuff like that, but that can be added in afterwards. But it has all the essentials: cover for Tier A flag, and even a jail over there. I'm not quite sure about this building here, what's its purpose, but it can maybe be made into a meeting room or something like that. And for all these reasons, I think this should be our new HQ. It's really great, and this was something I was looking for, something like this for our new base. So congratulations, I'm going to win. You win the base contest, and your base will be our new HQ.